Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. This is your match review for West Brom 3, Crystal Palace 3, I mean Chelsea 3. Yeah, that shirt is horrific. I think it's safe to say all of us don't want to see us wearing that shirt ever again. Yeah, I think that's clear. This result just shouldn't have happened. Let's be honest. You can't be dropping points like that in that way. You just can't. If you're going to be able to do something throughout the season, you're going to aim high and come up with something, not necessarily special, but good enough and something substantial. You can't be dropping points against West Brom in that fashion, in that manner. You just can't. And many factors as to why this result went down the way it did. And across the spectrum, if you really try to analyse this game, it's a very tricky one to analyse because it's not just black and white. There's so many grey areas as to why it finished 3-3. Did we deserve to claw it back to 3-3? Should we even have been 3-0 down in the first place? There's team selection issues. There's a couple of questionable performances. It's just the whole thing. It's just put into one bubble. The bubble's going to burst. It's going to burst. So, yeah, before I get into all of it, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Let's try and get 7,000 likes. Thank you all so much. So smash that like button for me. Let's start off with the lineups. We started off with this lineup. We started with Willy Caballero in goal, a 4-2-3-1 formation. Marcos Alonso on the left, Reece James as a right back, a centre-back pairing of Thiago Silva and Christensen. We had Mateo Kovacic and Kante in the pivot. We had Kai Havertz in his preferred number 10 position, Mason Mount on the right-hand side, Timo Werner on the left-hand side, and Tammy Abraham up top. Now, there's a couple of question marks with that selection in the first place that I want to understand. Where's Chilwell? That's one. Where is Chilwell? Did something happen to him? I don't know. He's not even on the bench. I'm thinking, what? The second one, where's Zouma? Did something happen to him as well? Even after the game, there was no questions to Lamps in regards to Zouma. Okay, we move. And yeah, I think one that we can collectively look at and look back at my preview and the lineup I gave. I left a certain Mason Mount out of that lineup because I wanted Callum Hudson-Odoi to play. Callum Hudson-Odoi did not start the game. He came on later. And the impact that we saw he had, yeah, I think it would have been beneficial if he had started that game from the first place. And just have a technical winger on the pitch. We didn't have a technical winger on the pitch. Someone who isn't an in-and-out winger. We had to wait to be 3-0 down to bring on someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi, who in the end showed exactly why he should have been on the pitch for 90 minutes. And yeah, again, that's just in terms of selection. Now, when we look at the goals itself and we actually look at what went down, right? You look at some mistakes that we made and you're thinking, wow, those mistakes should not be happening at this level. And at least if we were at West Brom, you'd expect a team like West Brom to make those sort of mistakes. Not Chelsea, not Chelsea. Look at the first goal. The first goal, as far as I'm concerned, a completely out of position Reece James. If Reece James had been in position and goal side of the player who scored, the name passes me. What was his name? Flipping now. Robinson. Robinson. If he had been goal side of Robinson in the first place as part of that back line and not too far in front, whilst West Brom had already gotten charge of the ball and were in the midst of the action, that goal could have been prevented. Reece James tried to get himself back in time, managed to get himself in front of Robinson, but just as he managed to do that, Robinson had already had a clear idea as what he was going to do and smash it into the bottom corner, and he done just that. So little mistakes like that, you cannot get caught out. You can't get caught out. You just can't. The second goal, I mean, yeah, Thiago Silva. You question whether that ball should have been passed back to Thiago Silva in the first place. Should Kovacic have passed that ball back to Thiago Silva in the first place? Thiago Silva passed it to Kovacic. Kovacic had the time to turn around, look and see what the hell was going on. Or at least know what's going on, because as a midfielder, you need to be able to know where your teammates are before you receive the ball. That separates the good midfielders from the great midfielders. It looked like he didn't do that. He just received the ball and thought, great, give it back to Thiago Silva. Had Thiago Silva not made that mistake, you would look at that and go, yeah, Kovacic's done nothing wrong. But Thiago Silva, yeah, makes a mistake. And I can't look at that and blame Thiago Silva and go, yeah, how dare you make that mistake. No, because that sort of mistake can happen any day of the week. He went to control the ball. Gerrard. You can't say Steven Gerrard is a terrible player. You just can't. If you do, please leave. The door is that way. Well, my door is that way anyway. And even he made that mistake, and that was against us. Remember the slip? Yeah, these mistakes happen in football. Thiago Silva, it's just a shame. It came to Thiago Silva, his second game for Chelsea, and he's made that mistake, and it's cost us a goal. And at that point, you're 2-0 down. The third goal, again, poor positioning. Alonso leaves his man. He just leaves him. And I don't know why he leaves him. I think he looks at Reece James and expects Reece James to take over that man. And I don't think Reece James got that memo. Because when you look at it, Alonso just leaves the guy. Bartley just straight away just moves away from Alonso, finds all the space, and Reece James is next to him, I don't think without even knowing that Bartley is next to him. It's a shambles. There's no excuse to have this level of disarray, of misunderstanding. You cannot have that level of misunderstanding. It's textbook. At Chelsea Football Club, you just can't. Simple as that. Now, 3-0 down after half an hour against West Brom, you got a mountain to climb. Now, some say we climbed the mountain and we got ourselves back in the game. We resorted to a 3-5-2 with Lamps bringing on Azpilicueta and bringing on Hudson-Odoi, and then later on bringing on Giroud. In terms of the goals, clawed back from Mason Mount, smashed it from outside the box, hits the net. Good chance, he took it, good occasion. Second goal, very good link up between Hudson-Odoi and Kai Havertz, and just that tells me exactly why I believe, and that's why I put him in my starting lineup. Callum Hudson-Odoi needed to start this game. He just needed to start this game. I hope what he done today was a statement to Lampard for him to listen and go, yeah, you know what? Without Pulisic and Ziyech, I can trust Hudson-Odoi. What I said in the preview is clear. He needs a run of games. Give him another opportunity. Give him a few games where he can get into his stride and see how he gets along. And today he proved it. Great from Callum. So we were 3-2. And then the third goal in the very last minute, where you have to question, because if I was a West Brom fan, I would be a bit peed off. It was a Kai Havertz handball. And if some are going to say, no, he had his hand by his side. No. He had his hand up, brought it back to his side. He brought the ball down with his hand. Whether that was deliberate or not, the fact remains he brought the ball down to his control with his hand. And we scored the goal from it. It wasn't offside, so Tammy Abraham done nothing wrong for that. But we got lucky. We got very lucky to leave with a point. It's 2 points lost, and you cannot be satisfied with that performance today. You just can't. I'm speaking real. I'm speaking completely as a realist on this occasion. I'm not happy. There was more than enough quality on the pitch normally to go and get a job done, and to be 3-0 down to West Brom with the way that we were playing is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. You can't do that. I know Lampard was peed off after the game. He made it clear that it's 2 points lost and he's not happy with the mistakes and saying those mistakes can't happen. I hope this doesn't get into a trajectory of saying the right things and not doing the action, let's say, not putting the words into practice. No. This needs to get sorted out. I can't wait to have all of our new signings on the pitch at the same time, and then we can properly judge. But I do want to know why Chilwell and Zouma specifically were not even up for selection. There's no explanation for that. If you know, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, overall, we should be getting that job done. We really should. Fingers crossed. We move on to Tottenham now in the Carabao Cup, and I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think as to how that game's going to go down. It's against Mourinho. He's no mug. I know we done the double over him last season, but, it's not... There's a proverb. There's a saying. It's not your wedding day every day. It's... You can't be expecting the same thing over and over again without taking the necessary precautions and the necessary actions. And, Mourinho is going to be putting his hands together. We need to make a statement. We cannot allow ourselves to get carried away and allow ourselves to make the same mistakes against a team like Tottenham where Mourinho would exploit you. So we'll wait and see what happens on Tuesday. Onwards and upwards. Yes, it's a point. It's not a loss, but we got to be real here. That wasn't acceptable. We need to improve. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. How did you judge the game? How did you analyse it? Do you necessarily believe it was just 3 mistakes and, apart from that, we played fantastic? Or do you necessarily think that, even in regards to the mistakes collectively, it's just not good enough? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the notification button to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash that like button. Let's try and get to 7,000 likes. Thank you all so much. I don't like to be negative. I really don't. But I have to be real. I want to be positive and I want to be optimistic and bring a level-headed assessment of things. But that comes with being honest and being real. And I think I'm speaking for just how I saw it today. And that's all I can do. So let me know again what you think in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. Thank you for watching. Take care. Look after yourselves. Have a good one. And peace.